it is time to look to the lights. We're underway and sprinting to turn number one. Oscar Piastri gets the launch he needs. Can Max Verstappen put any pressure on Lando Norris? Not at this stage. McLaren 1-2 as we drop down the center S's. Piastri with the advantage. Charles Leclerc hanging on to third place. The top four in the order that they left the grid as we make our way through turn number 3 and the cars get up to speed. It's a dream getaway for the two McLarens. Exactly what they needed. And how aggressive will Verstappen go up against Charles Leclerc? It's 1 point bonus if he can get past a McLaren 1-2 with Piastri holding the way at the moment as we begin lap 1 of 24. It's Piastri, then Norris, then Leclerc, then Verstappen, then Sainz. So an even start between the two McLarens. Piastri chopping across, and it's line astern stuff down to turn number 1. Russell with a poor getaway left him vulnerable to Gasly, and a lock-up for Max Verstappen. One McLaren is catching, one Red Bull is catching the Ferrari. Let's see if Max Verstappen can use that DRS to make the move and improve up to third. How aggressive will Charles Leclerc go into the braking zone? Driver's eye view as we make our way into the first 2 corners of the racetrack. Still going to have a chance on the way down to 4.
That's what's so great about this track, Alex, is it gives you these multiple opportunities. Max going to have DRS back down into turn 4 as Norris getting closer, but here he goes, looks down the inside, not quite close enough.
Oh, it's a lunge, but it's a lunge that he knows he can't afford to rip off a front wing or a wheel. If he does so, Lando Norris would be in a great position to gain 8 points on him in the Drivers' World Championship. Haas versus Haas, late lunge, chance, converted there. That was very, very tight stuff between the two. Haas is ahead, and Bearman manages to get by under pressure from Sergio Perez, and Perez now is chasing Hülkenberg as the 19-year-old shows why he's got a full-time drive next year, and Perez makes it 2 positions lost in a couple of corners for Nico Hülkenberg. That was synchronized stuff between the two Haases into turn 1. Further back, this is Sergio Perez battling Liam Lawson, and we knew it was going to be an interesting one. Lock up from Perez, let Lawson back through, and that's how he is still in 8th position. And we are focusing on Charles Leclerc, dropping back into the clutches of Max Verstappen. Best chance by a mile for the World Championship leader to finally make that pass for 3rd position. Charles Leclerc hugs the inside, but Max Verstappen powers through. And the World Championship leader minimises the damage. Next car up the road, the only driver who is close to him in the battle to take his crown.
Perez looking for it.
Bringing the noise, bringing the overtake, and bringing the crowd to their feet outside our commentary box window. Sergio Perez up 5 places now and past Liam Lawson.
That's okay, Nico, we need to stop the car, stop the car.
That is the Haas stopping. And where has he stopped? Because it could be an intervention from a virtual safety car or a full safety car. Hülkenberg has come to a halt outside of turn number 10. Lewis Hamilton is to the inside of the Haas of Oliver Bearman. 2 passes in 2 laps, and Lando Norris is the driver, currently a second back from Oscar Piastri. But will he get an opportunity if race control have to intervene and neutralise the race? Hamilton climbs to P11. And it's a yellow flag at the moment on lap 21 and 24, and still McLaren run with Oscar Piastri in the lead. Lando Norris in 2nd place. Max Verstappen out of DRS range, but not by much, by 1.4 seconds. He's 0.2 of a second away now, under braking into turn number 1, and the yellow flag is still a yellow flag. If that gets upgraded to a greater intervention, McLaren will rue swapping, and they will not take that risk. Immediately, McLaren give the call to Oscar Piastri to prioritise the highest McLaren driver in the Drivers' World Championship. And after all of the speculation, all of the debate, Piastri plays the team game and Lando Norris leads. The virtual safety car is out. It is now deployed, and McLaren took the risk. McLaren get away with it. It's all about how you respond to the green flag waving once again in Sao Paulo, and that looks like a good anticipation of it for Max Verstappen, who's pulling out of the slipstream, going to the inside, and he did not have the run. Piastri picked his braking point perfectly.
I'm not sure if the green flag that we saw on the pylon is exactly timed to what the drivers saw, because if so, Max was trying to anticipate it, and it was just a fraction of a second too late. He had to back out of it. Either way, they hold station, top 3 positions unchanged.
Well, Verstappen was lining it up and then waiting to see whether there was a chance, and he took no risks. No point in getting a penalty No point in having time added on. Charles Leclerc is within 5 seconds of the driver that he is behind. My word, there was a lot to talk about there. Not all of it motor racing, but McLaren in the end will get the result that they wanted. It's a 1-2 with Lando Norris at the front of the field. The crowd will cheer him home. For the first time in Formula One, Lando Norris wins a sprint race. He takes the checkered flag to make it a McLaren 1-2. Piastri finds himself in second place, having responded to that team order, and it's a 2-point swing towards Norris in the Drivers' World Championship. It's a hugely significant moment in the Constructors' Championship because McLaren have outscored Red Bull and Ferrari with both cars. Lando Norris, with help from teammate Oscar Piastri, taking his first win in the sprint format. Max Verstappen with a good pass on Charles Leclerc to relegate the Monegasque driver down to fourth.